Yeah, this shadow work, compassion. There's a lecture that I've given in different
Mm-hmm.
places around the world. We'll be giving again this coming summer, which
Mm-hmm.
talks about the skill of suffering and
Mm-hmm.
how the developing a good
The skill. Mm-hmm.
capacity at the skill of suffering gives us
Mm-hmm.
a better capacity for compassion, which is a type of being with other people's suffering in
Mm-hmm.
empathy, but with a good empathetic boundary where we do not become their suffering, but we are with them in a place that witnesses their process, feels with them, but does not get lost, while
Mm-hmm.
also staying grounded in some sense of like, think everything is going to be, well, maybe not everything is going to be okay, but there's a goodness somewhere that we can keep our
Mm-hmm.
feet in, even in the midst of
Mm-hmm.
everything coming apart.
Yeah.
So why don't we weave psychedelics in here then? Where
Go
do
on.
psychedelics fit into this process that you're talking about
Mm.
here?
Well, in terms of the shadow, I think psychedelics have enormous capacity for bringing us in contact with it. And that is the starting point, being able to see where our shadow lies. The shadow isn't to be avoided and eliminated. It's to be honored in and of itself. If we didn't have a shadow, we would be just a superficial layer of existence. We would be a walking persona. There'd be nothing else to add depth to us. So the shadow is it's a very complex place, because again, in Jungian thought, integration comes in yet again. It's a place where we will find everything that we have hidden, everything we have actually split off and exiled from our sense of self, not even hidden. It's a lot more violent than that. And for some people, the shadow will be a place where they find the darkness that completes the light. And some people will find the light that completes their darkness. So it's the place of anything of us we no longer recognize and no longer make use of, and no longer assimilate, and no longer manage as well. Because when you dissociate from parts of the self, you wait. Again, it depends whether they stand in the light or the shadow, but or the darkness. But they can become unconscious forces that sort of dictate your ways forward, your choices, and you have no hold over. Just because we have delegated aspects into the shadow, it doesn't mean they don't play a part in how we live our lives. They always find a way to seep through. So if we consider the shadow as the place of the repressed and suppressed, you can imagine that if you find a way to open that box, you will find a lot of lost monsters and treasures in that box.